again, everyone. I'm Paul, the Nitro Scholars, and welcome to this edition of the Nitro Corner. Today is Sunday, and it is a special edition of the booking sheet, WWE Extreme Rules. As you know by now, here's how the booking sheet works. I will be the booker. I will have the lineup of the matches as the way I see them, and what is going to happen in my eyes at Extreme Rules. So let's get started. The first match I would book would be the Falls Count Anywhere match between Rey Mysterio and Cody Rhodes. This situation has gotten real personal and involves the face and the mask. How I see it ending? Well, I think Cody Rhodes will end up pinning Rey Mysterio out on the ramp using the Crossroads. And then I predict this. I see Rey Mysterio getting unmasked by Cody Rhodes, but we will not see the face of Rey Mysterio. Cody Rhodes gets some redemption as a bad guy in the victory over Rey Mysterio. Next up, I would book the Big Show Kane versus Justin Gabriel and Heath Slater match. Once again, another rematch for the core. Same result as last time. The Big Show and Kane retain the Tag Team Championships with a victory. Next match on the list, I would book the Special Tag Team Grudge match as Sir Michael Cole, the biggest pain in the ass in this business, teaming up with Jack Swagger, the All-American against Jerry the King Lawler and good old JR Jim Ross. It shouldn't be long, probably about, I would guess about 7-8 minutes, and in the end I would see Jim Ross score a pinfall victory over Sir Michael Cole, thanks to some botched help from Jack Swagger, his tag team partner. And I would predict that there may be some tension involving Swagger and Cole that will rise to the top the next night on Raw, during The Rock's birthday party nonetheless. Next up, I would book the Last Man Standing match between Randy Orton and CM Punk. This should be the good match, folks, to watch. I think Punk is certainly gained in the most hated category, but Randy Orton has a lot of momentum going for him right now, and I predict Randy Orton, thanks to an RKO, will be the last man standing over CM Punk at Extreme Rules tonight. Next up, I will book a Loser League WWE match with Michelle McCool versus Layla. I predict, in my opinion, I think Michelle McCool will end up victorious. I don't think The Undertaker's wife in real life is not going to lose her job to Layla. I predict Layla, and here's my thought on this, will end up in TNA as a member of Mexican America. You heard me right. She'll come in as the second cousin of Sarita, forming a three-woman clique along with Anarquia and Hernandez as Mexican American. Great stuff right there. I see that in the very near future. And next up, I would book the first of your double main event. I would book it as a double main event. The Triple Threat Steel Cage match involving The Miz defending his WWE title against John Cena and John Morrison. I see R-Truth get involved, screw John Morrison out of a victory over The Miz, and somehow John Cena gets tied up in the ropes. Can't do anything about it. The Miz will retain his championship, and I believe with The Rock's birthday party tomorrow night, we begin the race to The Rock. I see this very clearly. Who will be the man that will challenge the Great One? Will John Cena be the one that challenges the Great One? Will it be for the WWE title or not? The race is on to see who does that. I think The Miz, John Cena now adds some new legs to this feud. And finally, the main event, the ladder match, Christian versus Alberto Del Rio. I think it will come very, very close. Both men on top of the ladder, reaching for the bell, when Christian pulls up a low blow somehow, or bangs his head on the ladder, gives a thrust to the throat, Del Rio loses his balance, falls to the canvas. Christian, in an emotional grab, gets up, grabs the championship belt, the tears flowing in his eyes as he has finally realized his dream. Christian will be the World Heavyweight Champion. And that is how I would book that match. And there you have it, folks. for the booking sheet at WWE Extreme Rules. That is how I predicted. That is how I would book it. That's it for this edition of the Nitro Corner Special Edition. The booking sheet, WWE Extreme Rules. Don't forget a double feature tomorrow. Not only the classic match of the week, but the Nitro opinion. Until then, this is Paul the Nitro Skyver saying, so long everybody.